Los Angeles, 1947. The City of Angels. A place where dreams shimmered brighter than the California sun, beckoning starlets and hopefuls from across the nation. Yet beneath the veneer of glamour and stardust, a darkness lurked. A case so horrifying, so baffling that it would become etched in the annals of true crime history. A crisp January morning in 1947. A young mother, pushing a pram, decided to take a shortcut through a vacant lot. As she rounded a clump of bushes, a flash of white caught her eye. Lying amidst the overgrown weeds, pale and still, was the body of a young woman. Her limbs were carefully arranged, almost posed, in a grotesque tableau. The woman's torso was severed, her body drained of blood, and her face mutilated into a ghastly grin. The mother, her scream swallowed by the vastness of the city, stumbled back in terror, her cries alerting passers-by to the macabre spectacle. The news of the discovery spread like wildfire, igniting a firestorm of speculation and fear throughout Los Angeles. The victim was quickly identified as Elizabeth Short, a 22-year-old aspiring actress. The press, always eager to sensationalize a tragedy, dubbed her the Black Dahlia. The name, with its morbid elegance, stuck, transforming Elizabeth Short from a victim into a grim legend. The Black Dahlia case, with its gruesome details, tantalizing clues, and cast of shadowy characters, quickly captivated the nation. The investigation, fraught with dead ends and false leads, would drag on for years, becoming one of the most infamous unsolved murders in American history. The discovery was as shocking as it was gruesome. Betty Bersinger, a local resident, was walking with her young daughter when a flash of white in a vacant lot caught her eye. Initially, she dismissed it as a discarded mannequin, a common sight in a city obsessed with appearances. The stark morning light revealed the horrifying truth. It wasn't a mannequin lying amidst the weeds, but the body of a young woman, her flesh eerily white against the green. The woman's body was severed at the waist, her torso arranged in a macabre display. Bersinger's scream echoed through the empty lot, a raw, primal sound that pierced the morning stillness. The LAPD descended upon the vacant lot like a swarm of grim reapers. The victim, later identified as Elizabeth Short, lay sprawled on the ground, her naked body bisected, her innards meticulously removed and arranged around her. Her face, once a canvas of youthful beauty, was mutilated beyond recognition, her lips sliced into a grotesque grin. The crime scene, devoid of any trace of a struggle, spoke of a chilling calmness, a chillingly methodical approach. News of the gruesome discovery spread through the city like a virus. The Black Dahlia, as the press had dubbed her, became a morbid obsession. The investigation, hampered by a lack of physical evidence and a seemingly endless list of suspects, quickly stalled. The killer, a phantom in the night, had vanished without a trace, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. Born Elizabeth Short in 1924, the Black Dahlia's story began far from the glittering lights of Hollywood. At the tender age of 19, armed with little more than a suitcase full of dreams, Elizabeth set off for California. She landed in Los Angeles, a city teeming with ambition and heartbreak. She found work as a waitress, her days spent serving coffee and smiles, her nights spent chasing the elusive promise of stardom. Elizabeth, with her striking looks and haunting beauty, quickly learned that the path to stardom was paved with broken promises. She drifted through the fringes of Hollywood society, frequenting casting calls and late-night parties. She took modelling jobs, her image gracing the pages of pulp magazines and crime novels. She sought solace in the arms of men who promised her the world, only to disappear with the morning light. In the final months of her life, Elizabeth's once bright spirit seemed to dim. She was last seen alive on January 9th, 1947, at the Biltmore Hotel. Witnesses reported seeing her in the company of a well-dressed man, but their descriptions were vague and contradictory. Elizabeth vanished into the night, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. Elizabeth Short's life, tragically cut short at the tender age of 22, was a study in contrasts. She was a dreamer drawn to the bright lights of Hollywood, yet she met her end in the city's darkest corners. She yearned for fame and recognition, yet she found anonymity in death. Her story, a cautionary tale of ambition and heartbreak, continues to fascinate and horrify. The discovery of Elizabeth Short's mutilated body sent shockwaves through the city. Newspapers, hungry for a story that would sell papers, seized upon the case with a ferocity that bordered on the ghoulish. Headlines screamed from newsstands, their bold black letters emblazoned across front pages. The city, already on edge, became a breeding ground for rumour and speculation. As the investigation stalled, the killer, seemingly emboldened by the media circus, reached out from the shadows. Letters, penned in a spidery script and signed "The Black Dahlia Avenger," arrived at the offices of the Los Angeles Examiner. One letter, containing Elizabeth Short's birth certificate and social security card, sent a collective shudder through the city. Were these the ramblings of a disturbed individual seeking notoriety, or were they genuine communications from a cold-blooded killer? In the maelstrom of media attention, the line between fact and fiction blurred. The media transformed Elizabeth Short from a victim into a commodity, her life and death reduced to a series of lurid headlines. Newspapers published excerpts from Elizabeth's personal diary, their pages filled with intimate details. The truth, lost in the maelstrom of speculation and innuendo, became a casualty of the media frenzy. The public, captivated by the macabre details of the case, developed an insatiable appetite for all things Black Dahlia. The vacant lot where Elizabeth Short's body had been discovered became a morbid tourist attraction. True crime magazines, their covers emblazoned with lurid illustrations, flew off the shelves. The case, with its cast of shadowy characters, continues to captivate and horrify, a stark reminder of the dark side of human nature. Section 1. The Black Dahlia Case, a macabre tapestry woven from whispers, speculation and tantalizing clues, attracted a cast of characters as diverse as the city itself. Over the course of the investigation, the LAPD interviewed hundreds of individuals, their leads taking them from the gilded mansions of Hollywood Hills to the dimly lit bars and seedy hotels that lined the city's underbelly. Each suspect offered a glimpse into Elizabeth Short's final days. Their stories a tangled web of half-truths, fabrications and fleeting connections. Some were driven by a desire for notoriety, their confessions nothing more than elaborate fabrications designed to capture a fleeting moment of fame in the glare of the media spotlight. Others, their minds warped by obsession or fueled by a perverse sense of justice, genuinely believed they had played a role in the Black Dahlia's demise. The detectives tasked with sifting through this morass of deception and delusion found themselves chasing shadows, their every step leading them further into the labyrinthine heart of the mystery. The sheer volume of suspects, each with their own story to tell, their own secrets to protect, hampered the investigation from the outset. The detectives, overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information, struggled to separate fact from fiction, their efforts stymied by dead ends, false leads, and the ever-present pressure of a public baying for justice. Section 2. One of the most intriguing suspects, and one who continues to fascinate true crime enthusiasts to this day, was Dr. George Hodel, a prominent Los Angeles physician, with a penchant for the macabre and a dark secret that would haunt his family for generations. Hodel, a man of considerable charm and intellect, moved in the same social circles as Elizabeth Short, his path crossing hers at parties and gatherings in the months leading up to her murder. Hodel's own son, Steve Hodel, a former LAPD detective, became convinced of his father's guilt, dedicating years of his life to uncovering the truth about the Black Dahlia murder. Steve unearthed a trove of disturbing evidence, including photographs of a woman bearing a striking resemblance to Elizabeth Short, hidden in his father's belongings. He also discovered that his father possessed surgical skills that were eerily consistent with the mutilations inflicted on Elizabeth Short's body. Despite the compelling circumstantial evidence, no concrete proof ever surfaced linking George Hodel directly to the Black Dahlia murder. He remained a shadowy figure, his guilt or innocence a matter of speculation and debate, his name forever linked to one of Hollywood's most enduring mysteries. The investigation into the Black Dahlia murder was a study in frustration, a relentless pursuit of justice stymied by dead ends, false leads, and the passage of time. Suspects emerged from the shadows, their stories a mixture of truth, half-truths, and outright fabrications, only to fade back into the anonymity of the city, their connection to the crime never fully established. One such suspect was Leslie Dillon, a bellhop who had encountered Elizabeth Short at the Biltmore Hotel in the days leading up to her murder. Dillon, a troubled young man with a history of violence against women, became the focus of intense scrutiny, his movements tracked, his alibi scrutinized. Despite the circumstantial evidence and Dillon's own erratic behavior, no concrete proof emerged linking him to the crime. Another suspect, Robert Manley, a married salesman who had given Elizabeth Short a ride on the day of her disappearance, also found himself caught in the web of suspicion. Manley, who claimed to have dropped Short off at a hotel, maintained his innocence, but his story, riddled with inconsistencies, did little to quell the suspicions of the investigators. Despite the tireless efforts of the LAPD and the relentless pursuit of justice by amateur sleuths, the Black Dahlia murder remains unsolved, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most glamorous city. The case, a macabre puzzle with missing pieces and faded clues, continues to captivate and horrify, its enduring mystery a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. The Black Dahlia, forever young, forever beautiful, remains frozen in time, her image a haunting reminder of a life cut short, her story a cautionary tale whispered on the wind. The truth, lost somewhere in the labyrinthine corridors of time, continues to elude us, a phantom menace lurking in the shadows, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved. Decades have passed since Elizabeth Short's life was brutally cut short, yet the Black Dahlia case remains an open wound on the heart of Hollywood. The City of Angels, built on dreams and aspirations, found itself forever marked by a darkness it could never truly shake off. The Black Dahlia's story, a stark reminder of the fragility of fame, and the fleeting nature of beauty became woven into the fabric of the city's lore. The vacant lot where her body was discovered, once a grim spectacle swarmed by press and gawkers, transformed over time. The encroaching city, ever eager to pave over its past, built upon that ground. Yet for those who knew its history, a chill lingered. The whispers persisted. Was it merely the wind rustling through the leaves of a newly planted tree, or the echo of a scream lost to time? The Black Dahlia became an unwelcome muse, her tragic story inspiring countless books, films and television shows. Each retelling attempted to unravel the mystery, to offer a solution to the unsolvable. Yet, the truth remained elusive, shrouded in the mists of time and the limitations of human understanding. The Black Dahlia's shadow extended beyond the realm of true crime, seeping into the collective unconscious, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked beneath the surface of the everyday. Psychics and paranormal investigators flocked to the sites associated with her case. The Biltmore Hotel, the vacant lot, the forgotten corners of the city where she was rumoured to have spent her final days. Some claimed to have contacted her spirit, to have heard her whispers echoing through the years, seeking justice, seeking peace. Others pointed to strange occurrences, unexplained phenomena they attributed to her restless spirit. Was it the power of suggestion, the human mind's tendency to find patterns in chaos, or was there something more to these claims? The Black Dahlia case, with its haunting details and its cast of shadowy characters, became a cautionary tale whispered from generation to generation. It served as a reminder that even in the city of angels, monsters walked among us, hidden in plain sight, their true nature concealed behind a veneer of normalcy. Los Angeles, a city built on reinvention and the relentless pursuit of the next big dream, has always possessed a complicated relationship with its past. The ghosts of Hollywoodland, both literal and metaphorical, linger in the shadows of the palm trees and the canyons, their presence felt most keenly in the quiet hours when the city sleeps. And perhaps no ghost looms larger or casts a longer shadow than that of Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia. Her story, a gruesome tapestry woven from ambition, heartbreak and violence, has become inextricably linked with the city's identity. She is a cautionary tale, a whisper on the Santa Ana winds, a reminder that even in the land of sunshine and stardom, darkness lurks. Her presence can be felt in the hushed tones of tour guides recounting her story to wide-eyed visitors, in the countless books and documentaries that continue to dissect her case, and in the quiet corners of the city where her memory lingers like the scent of night-blooming jasmine. The Black Dahlia case, despite its enduring hold on the public imagination, remains unsolved. The killer, or killers, vanished into the labyrinthine sprawl of Los Angeles, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a city forever marked by their crime. The Black Dahlia case, like all great unsolved mysteries, continues to fascinate and frustrate in equal measure. It is a puzzle box with missing pieces, a tapestry woven from tantalizing clues and dead ends. Over the decades, countless theories have been proposed, suspects investigated, and leads pursued, but the truth remains elusive. Perhaps it is this very elusiveness that fuels our enduring fascination. The human mind, hardwired to seek patterns and find solutions, rebels against the notion of an unsolvable mystery. We are drawn to the unknown, compelled to shine a light into the dark corners of history, hoping to find answers, or at least a semblance of closure. The Black Dahlia case, with its cast of shadowy characters, its whispers of Hollywood scandal, and its brutal, almost ritualistic violence, has all the elements of a classic noir thriller. It is a story that speaks to our deepest fears and anxieties, reminding us that even in the most glamorous of settings, evil can lurk. In the annals of true crime, Elizabeth Short has transcended the status of victim and become an icon. She is a symbol of lost innocence, of the dark side of ambition, and of the enduring power of mystery. Her name, forever linked to the brutal crime that took her life, has become synonymous with Hollywood Babylon, a cautionary tale whispered from generation to generation. Yet it is important to remember that beyond the headlines and the sensationalized accounts, Elizabeth Short was a real person with hopes, dreams, and a life that was tragically cut short. She was a daughter, a sister, a friend, and her story, though forever linked to tragedy, should also serve as a reminder of the human cost of violence and the importance of seeking justice for all victims of crime. The Black Dahlia's legacy is a complex one. She is a symbol of Hollywood's dark side, a cautionary tale, and an enduring mystery. But she is also a reminder that behind every unsolved case, behind every headline, there is a human story, a life lived and lost, and a search for justice that continues to this day.